Hi there, just wanted to give a quick recap here of week three. Everybody had some great ideas here, but I wanted to hit on a couple points, just kind of reinforce what you were saying. When it comes to one technology and this whole idea of should parents pay, the school pay, that's a tricky situation, and that's one a lot of schools have to face to decide, do we do one or not, is where's this money going to come from? A lot of schools, or I shouldn't say a lot, some schools have it where the parents have to provide a device, but if the students cannot afford one, things of that nature, the school will provide one, but it's usually not as good, not on purpose, but that's just what the school has. That is a great alternative. I mean, if you're gonna say you must provide a device, the school has to have either a loaner program or something along those lines. So it is possible, and it depends on those rules. One big thing that does come up is this whole idea with the BYOD. Is how do you make sure that it is equated for all students, but then it also plays havoc on the teachers. Because if you have all these different devices, if let's say you wanted to make a movie in class, well, if you have an iDevice, well, you have iMovie, which is great, super simple to use, things of that nature. But then if you're on a PC or an Android-based device, you don't have the iMovie. You might have to use WeVideo or Windows Movie Maker or something along those lines. So for teachers, that can be a little bit of a pain. So that is an advantage now to the schools providing the devices, is you have one device, one set for everybody, one set of apps or programs, things of that nature. But then that comes into another issue that was brought up, was tech support. So many schools, and this I can say happens in a lot of schools, is that yes, we need to do one-to-one, we need to create these initiatives, we need to move forward, but what happens with that tech support or that tech department? A lot of schools kind of forget to put more people there. It's the idea that we buy one-to-one devices off of a grant or something like that, so it's not a sustainable source of money, which that's a whole other issue in itself because of repairs and things of that nature. But it's the idea that sometimes they don't have the money for extra support staff. I dealt with that myself as a tech director, where I brought in 1,100 more devices and I got no extra help. So it was me and a part-time guy. So those are things schools have to look at, and they really can't forget about that part, because as teachers, things of that nature, you need the help. On top of just repair people, you need an integration people. That's, I think, going, in my opinion, to be one of the fastest growing positions in education over the next 5 to 6 years is tech integration people. Not the tech people who are box and wires guys, expanding that department. They're going to be looking for people who are educators that understand the role of technology in the classroom. Some schools are starting to move that way, or they're blending it with other positions. They're going to realize that needs to be just like a curriculum director, a special ed director. You need a technology integration specialist. So those are just a couple thoughts based off of what you guys said. All great things. Everybody's pretty much on the same page. So keep up the good work, and I'll talk to you again later. Bye.